What, Omicron?
It's Omicron.
Oh, Omicron.
There's only one N, and it's at the end.
Oh,
Omicron.
Omicron. Got you. Well, first of all, I would definitely say I guarantee that nobody in our audience knew how to freaking say the shit because I have yet to hear it properly. I've always heard.
I'm positive everyone can read.
Yeah, but when niggas say it wrong so much, it just sticks in your brain. So I was like, since niggas said Omarion, I was thinking Omicron. Because niggas made pandemic and said a Pandora, a panorama.
That was a joke. That was on purpose. But everybody knew how to say pandemic still.
No, not Floyd Mayweather.
He can't read. He don't count. That's different. Everybody doesn't think he can't read. Like that's common knowledge. Jim Jones apparently is naming his new album after the name of the place that him and Freddie was scuffling it. What? What's up with niggas?
I don't know.
Yeah, they too old for this, dog. Like, y'all supposed to be grown ass men.
Niggas really been on some weird shit lately, bro. It's getting weird out here, bro. Bro, even Black Youngster. Black Youngster gotta be the first nigga to perform his diss track to a nigga after the nigga died. I don't think I've ever heard another nigga do that shit. But Black Youngster really performed Shake Something, which is a known Young Dolph diss track after that nigga's been dead. Like after he died. And was energetic on the stage too. It was like just like feeling his shit on the stage.
So yeah, I'm further just report from Hip Hop DX. Jim Jones is naming his forthcoming joint Prime 112. That's a place that him and Freddie Gibbs is fighting at. He said before the album was previously going to be called Hotter in the Summer. But all the news is coming from Hitmaker because apparently Hitmaker's one helping him with it.
Really?
Wendell, I don't know why the fuck Hitmaker would link up with a nigga like Jim Jones in 2021.
The funny thing is, I would actually be excited.
He said it's going to feature Jeremiah, Ty Dolla $ign, Steph London.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's spelled like that. That's weird.
It is spelled weird.
Conway, Trav, Pleasure P, Ball Greasy, okay, Tank, and a few more.
You'd be surprised. Him and Ball Greasy have a relationship. Weirdly, they don't fit at all, but I do see them together.
There's a lot of features for this Prime 112. It's a featured ass project.
I mean, with Hitmaker involved, you gotta have people that will help make this shit a hit. Because he's already got the make a classic or make a good album shit down pat. Even though it's New York bias sound, so like of course you don't know that he's actually one of the like really highly respected artists in New York right now when it comes to albums.
Gotcha. But apparently Hitmaker saying not one of these songs is a diss track though. It happened to name the place Prime 112.
There's no way he can make a diss like how would you make diss tracks on your Hitmaker album that fast? Like it mattered that much? It
did if he need to name the album after the place. But I think that's just because he's trying to catch up with the hype. Because that's the place that's fighting that. This is what people saying.
He must have really enjoyed them fists he was throwing at Freddie, bro. Like I didn't even know they had a. This is weird because I've never known these niggas to have a problem, and then for them to have a random problem, and now like we're prolonging the problem. Like why can't niggas just do things the way Meek Mill and Problem had a problem? I literally heard Problem say one time that him and Meek Mill's crews had a scuffle in the airport, and that was it.
Gibbs and Jones beef dates back to at least 2014 when the ESGN rapper claimed that Skull Gang Capo was a fake gangster. Roughly a week later, Gibbs was shot at in Brooklyn, but he dismissed notions that Jimmy was behind the hit.
What?
And Gibbs has said, nah, I doubt it. He too pussy. That's what he told the New York Post.
Oh, shit. So this is deep. I didn't
realize these niggas had an ongoing beef.
I didn't know neither. You know, I fuck with both of them.
Prime 112 was one of many projects Jim Jones has in the pipeline. The Harlem Capo is currently prepping a new Gangsta Grills mixtape with DJ Drama called We Set the Trends. Do you though? Which recently spawned the Migos assisted title track. Also on deck are collaborative projects with Zaytoven, Scram Jones, and Mano as part of their new duo Lobby Boys. He got a lot going on, and the issue is random. Ain't nobody checking for none of this shit.
I would not co-sign that. People are checking for Jim Jones. I will say it's mainly New York niggas, up north niggas, definitely. But niggas are checking for Jim Jones. I ain't going on front. Jim Jones has the name out here. It just doesn't spread countrywide. But as far as like New York, he's boiling out there.
Still?
Yeah. He really makes good. He makes the type of albums that New York niggas want.
Oh.
You know how like
you would know better than me. I'm just asking.
You know how like the dead end audience like damn near jerks themselves off anytime they play a Mobb Deep type beat.
Yeah,
it's basically like that. So imagine just
he's not gonna sound like that if he working with Hitmaker and Zaytoven and Scram Jones on separate projects. Apparently working on a Southern project with Zaytoven. That's gonna bomb.
I feel like
I fuck with Zaytoven, but that's
it's gonna bomb as good as Usher and Zaytoven. I ain't hear nobody talk about that.
Hey.
Usher and Zaytoven was a flop, nigga.
Usher Raymond can't fail.
Apparently when he's with Zaytoven again. That was just not a good idea. It was a track or two, yeah. I think they had some tracks together and they just got too hyped for their own good. And Usher said, "You know what? I've never made a mixtape before. Let me try it." And that's what came out. And
let's not forget that Jim Jones also has a Gangsta Girls tape coming too.
That might be a little late. He's had a Gangsta Girls tape before, but it's just like Gangsta Girls is kind of over with. Like Gangsta Girls really now only works with niggas that shouldn't have Gangsta Girls. Like niggas that like were fans of Gangsta Girls and just wanted to have a Gangsta Girls tape. Mm-hmm. Like Tyler the Creator. Yeah. That made sense. Yeah. That was fire.
Yeah, I fucked with that.
Even who do we know that had a Gangsta Girls track? It wasn't a Gangsta Girls tape, but one of their tracks had like DJ Drama talking all over it, and I was like, this makes sense.
Childish? You talking about for Stone Mountain? Because Stone Mountain was a Gangsta Girls tape.
Yeah, something like that, but that wasn't what I was thinking of. But I think I was thinking of West Side Gun. West Side Gun did that. One album he had, the first track was with DJ Drama, and like something like that. Like just like a Gangsta Girls intro. Yeah, but Jim Jones doing a Gangsta Girls tape, like I don't know how I feel because it don't feel nostalgic. It just feels like he had a project and he's like, you know what?
Yeah, I think it's cool when modern niggas do Gangsta Girls tapes. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, now, like, because I don't know if
because I still like hearing that Gangsta Girls talk on songs.
I do.
I still love it's Gangsta Girls, you bastards. Like, all that stuff. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and I like it. I like when niggas, like, have space on the record for that. You could tell it was made for that. Like now, niggas will still talk over the shit, and he'll just be talking over niggas rapping or some shit. Nah, niggas be like, nah, niggas need to hear your voice. So niggas will put space. Niggas will shut up. Niggas will just let the beat ride so DJ Drama could talk that shit.
What I also appreciate is they not doing that bullshit where they got to rewind the track 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah.
I'm glad niggas don't do that no more. That shit was really the only part I didn't like. Fuck all your shit. Just do not restart the song.
Once or twice. That's it. And only on a few. Not on every single joint. Once or twice, okay? Once or twice. Lumberjack was cool. You know what I'm saying? Lumberjack was cool. He started off with some bars and then just started off, you know what I'm saying? We got 4 bars off and then went to the beginning of the track. Cool. But, nigga, don't make the joint 3 minutes when the freestyle's only 45 seconds, my nigga. I still think about to this day when Who Kid did that bullshit when Tony Yayo rapped over, up in the street, they call it murder. And I was hyped on it when I came as a kid, but like, damn, like it is a 40-second rap. It's all verse, all first verse, no hook. It's just a 40-second verse. That nigga made it at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds just because he kept playing the shit back, bro. We would get to like one more bar and then it would be gunshot, start over. Come on, bro. I love that shit as a kid, but that shit would be really annoying when you're burning CDs and you're like, damn, this song is 4 minutes and I know it's really only 2 minutes of material, but I kind of like the song, but I want to put on this CD that only has 80 minutes of space. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to niggas that burn CDs and shit. That shit used to be really annoying. For real, for real. But yeah. That sucks that Freddie Gibbs and Jim Jones fighting is like the only thing we have to a new subject at this point.
Basically, we might as well start the show. I'm already been recording, so
I had a feeling. I can always tell when the way you poise yourself and position yourself in the mic if we're recording or not.
I've been recording for a while now.
Random action. If Travis Scott ends up not rapping again because of the Astroworld shit, because they really are trying to come for my boy, and I feel bad for Travis. They really trying to like stick it to this nigga, and I wouldn't be surprised if this nigga retires or never wants to do another concert again for some shit like that happening. But I've been listening to the Don Toliver project, and while I will miss Travis because Travis just has a sound that just sounds so good, I can't get enough of it. Don Toliver is a good replacement.
Never listened to him.
Well, you're also not really the biggest Travis Scott. I feel like when you get a Travis Scott project, you're cool with just getting that project and then that's it.
Like, yeah, I'm like, I don't listen to him all the time. I only like a couple songs off project. Yeah, that's it.
Because Travis Scott don't really got no bars. No. Like, you can listen to a whole Travis Scott project and be like, what the fuck was he talking about? But it's melodically and sonically good shit. You know what I'm saying? Energy-wise, it's good shit. Yeah. So, you'll listen to it, enjoy the album, be like, yo, it's a phenomenal album. Will you go back to it? Probably not.
Never.
Probably not. You maybe
unless it's something like that I have nostalgia for because they were playing it a lot at parties, so it brings back a memory. But
something like that.
I don't just be bumping Travis Scott all the time.
Yeah, honestly. Like we fuck with Antidote because Antidote banged in the parties.
Yes, that and Mamacita. Mamacita used to really have the screens.
Oh, and that was when. I remember the day. That's when
days before Rodeo.
Freaking Rich Homie Quan was still popping. You know what I'm saying? Young Thug was still mysterious and shit like that. Like, yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I passed by freaking Metropolitan Parkway, I swear that one of the areas over there they shot the video and
probably
it looked just like it. I think about it every time.
It probably did.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Shout out to Days Before Rodeo. Shout out to Travis Scott. But yeah, Don Toliver is a good replacement. He's just a little cool. He's a little calmer. Like he's not as like you can't really mosh to his shit like Travis. But aesthetically, you could take out like his vocals and put Travis Scott there. Just Don Toliver's a little more melodic, slightly. It's a good song. Good song.
I've heard some of his stuff in passing, but I've never like sat down and listened to a whole project.
I just gotta make sure you listen to this shit from Heaven or Hell and on, because the shit before that, it's good. He's always been good, but somewhere along the line, like he was like, oh, like you see the difference between him just being good on his own and then going to I guess the Travis camp and using his resources and learning how to make an album and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There is a progression in style. His last tape before this last one, I think Heaven or Hell, I really enjoyed that joint. So when I was driving to freaking Men's Warehouse and I had a half an hour of driving, I was like, you know what? Let me listen to something that I haven't listened to, because my job mad close, so like I never get to drive anymore and listen to shit. So I was listening to that and it was good. It was good. It was good like how I thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Don Toliver. You can almost say that's my artist of the week. Honestly,
great.
Get it out the way.
Well, this has been a nice cold open to this week's episode of the Hold It Down podcast. I want to thank y'all for coming back here again.
AKA like, comment, and subscribe.
We still at it. You already heard my co-host, Quan Toliver himself. And then
I can't believe I just set that up for you, dude.
You handed it to me on a silver platter. I was like, does this nigga not know who the fuck I am? Like, what's wrong with this nigga? This nigga drunk? What is this? This nigga just you put the battery in my back. Like, why would you do this?
I can't believe I just did that shit, bro. God damn.
But yeah, welcome to Hold Down Podcast. We'll take hip hop and battle rap culture as a whole. You already heard us talking about the hip hop because we don't even know what the hell to talk about. So
half the time, you know what I'm saying, we be trying to, I being aware that whatever our audience is, they don't listen to battle rap. I try to like give them a little something because half the time you may be entertained by us and we appreciate every single one of y'all, but if we're talking just battle rap, y'all ain't gonna know what the fuck we talking about.
Nope. But that's why Hip Hop Shenanigans, the first part of the show, is also known as Quan's favorite part of the show.
You dig? I'm looking out for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can relate and then y'all can get into this world that we know about and maybe, you know what I'm saying, decide to dive your head up in there, you know what I'm saying? Dive in like Trey Songz and shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been a slow news week.
Yeah.
All the shit is either not worth talking about or it's sad.
Yeah.
So a
So
lot of times we just either skip it. That's really what's caused like the flowers section. You know what I'm saying? Like we do want to shout out, but instead of like adding that to the shit and making more content, it's like we replace it because sometimes it just be a slow news week.
Word.
And either be shit that's either too gossipy, too sad, or it's like too ratchet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or we talked about it already mad time and just niggas just don't know when to quit and they just keep on adding to the shit. You know what I'm saying? AKA the boozy badass section.
I mean, nothing is as funny as the French Files. How every week you have some updates on French Montana. I was like, how is he always up to something? And why are you the only person who knows about this? Because I wouldn't hear about this French Montana stuff nowhere else except for you. You'd be like, heard about French Montana doing such and such. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, he's beefing now.
I mean,
who is he beefing? Who's beefing with French Montana?
I mean,
like,
he does have more hits than Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? That gets you in trouble.
He does.
That gets you in some shit.
I feel like
apparently
he has more hits than Kendrick, but I don't know how much longer that's gonna last because Kendrick apparently working on a new album. I feel like Kendrick gonna catch up soon.
Yeah, he's smoking on your top fives tonight. You know what I'm saying?
But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so show us up, broken up in a couple parts. So we got hip hop shenanigans, then we got our actual battle reviews, then we got our artist of the week. Then this week we just freestyling it, so we kind of already in the middle of hip hop shenanigans.
Yeah,
then we're gonna get into our review, and Quan already told you his artist of the week. So he's all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, we just doing what we do this time around. You know what I'm saying? My back hurt, nigga. Fuck it, we just doing what we do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do we want to talk about Soulja Boy getting goes off on racist Twitch after being banned? We want to talk about Big Draco?
Nah, I'm tired of talking about Big Draco. But I did want to speak on Drakeo. R.I.P. to Drakeo the Ruler.
Rest in peace to Drakeo the Ruler, bro. Yeah. That shit is crazy, bro. Y'all niggas keep killing the niggas I like. What in the fuck, bro? I'm really feeling like I'm only gonna listen to fake rappers, bro. Like I'm only gonna listen to niggas that sound like A-Ward saying violent lyrics. Cause I can't. Like the niggas that I actually believe, these niggas be dying.
Mm-hmm.
It's shit crazy, bro. Like and the way he died too, I don't even want to say it because it's only reporters saying it, and I don't know if it's true. I haven't even clicked on the article, so I won't say how. But the way, if you want to know, do your own research. You know what I'm saying? But the way he died, I can't recall another rapper dying like that. Like the rapper dying like that is almost like dying from disease. So rappers don't apparently get to do that. They got to always be killed by somebody. They can't just pass away from freaking unless they, you know what I mean? Unless they really reaching their old age and shit. Like I just want rappers to stop dying. Honestly, whether I like you or not, like this shit is just not good to like randomly peep my shit, like look at my Instagram and just see that another nigga passed. It's starting to give niggas PTSD. Like I don't even like looking at my scroll and seeing a picture of a nigga in a certain way because it just makes me think, oh, another one. Like shit crazy, bro. Like, and it be random too. Like Drakeo, bro. I almost get worried about any rapper now that I know is in beef. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these rappers now, their shit is all out there. Like they come in the game, they get some fame, but then like niggas will like dig on their shit and be like, oh, they're actually beefing with this side and this side of rappers. This guy that's actually kind of popping, he's from there, so they just beefing because they're from separate hoods. And here's how it started. It was one altercation. Like, you know, niggas. There's new academics out there.
Yeah, you know, there's always niggas who would get involved in rappers' personal lives and make their beefs public. I'm always wondering how niggas be coming in the game with so many beefs immediately. But how you came in the game beefing?
Yeah.
Especially, like, it's different with niggas who are in gangs and they become rappers. So it's like, all right, honestly, you probably do have a built-in beef there. Yeah. But with niggas who not even in gangs, having beefs with people, I'd be like, how did this come about? How you always beef? How you got so much drama in your life?
That should be rap shit. You know what I'm saying? That should be rap shit. But like, yeah, like Drakeo's one of them niggas, like is gang shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if whoever, you know, took his life was on some gang shit. We don't know. We haven't looked at the details. And frankly, I'm tired of looking at details at this point. But I do know that he is one of the niggas that fell in that category. Like that he's beefing with these other niggas from the other side because of gang shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And niggas might not even really know each other for real. But because you're part of this and I'm part of this and our cliques is beefing, you know what I'm saying? We got to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be like that sometimes, and that should be worrying me. Like you'll be surprised how many niggas are into it with each other. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so like even we were just mentioning Sada Baby a second ago. Like he got beef with some Detroit niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like him and 42 Dugg. That you're never gonna see them on a truck together because they're literally from opposite sides. They're gangs beef. You know what I'm saying? They don't really mention each other, which glad for that because. You know, I also don't know why niggas be mentioning each other. So if shit does get real and you know niggas handle each other, now you just gave a whole bunch of a script for the police to follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, bro, we got how many days left in this year? Like it's the 19th. Well, you want me to give it? Fuck it, I already said it. It's the 19th, bro. We have like maybe 12 days left in this year. Like, please, like nobody else. Let's just make it to the rest of this year without somebody else passing. We already lost Dolph. We lost Drakeo. We lost a number of niggas. I still feel a way feeling that Vaughn ain't here. You know what I'm saying? I still feel the way that Pop Smoke ain't here, bro. Like we don't want no more death, man. Stop it, please. Somebody stop. Make peace, Lord. But yeah. Other than that, we don't really got nothing else to.
Didn't you say you wanted to talk about Dirk?
Oh yeah, because I'm getting married soon. I felt it is my duty, you know what I'm saying, to shout out another black man making that step in his life. I've seen that he recently proposed to India. I'm happy for that because you know Drake, wow, because Dirk is on top of the world right now. Like he's got the fire right now. He's one of them niggas that like can't. It's funny because they don't really have no mainstream hits, but just the young niggas love that nigga. So it's like that nigga could drop something and it'll just be a moderate hit, but niggas would just understand and know every lyric and whatnot. He do his dance one time on TikTok and go viral with it. You feel me? So yeah, he made that step. You know what I'm saying? It's nice because they've been relationship goals for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's great to know he's out there taking that step. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice because a lot of people are out here acting like they don't want to get married and shit. You know what I mean? Some of your favorite rappers really want peace. They really don't want to be out here dealing with all these thoughts and little horse out here. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit is wicked out here. You know what I'm saying? So snatch you up a girl that you can freaking trust and love with all your heart. Get out the game before you get fucked up out here because the streets is crazy. But yeah, shout out to Lil Durk. I'm looking forward to that Bloodbath too. I ain't forgot. Call your boy T Grizzly and get in the studio. You know what I'm saying? While you got your name hot, because we support T Grizzly over here.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? If anything, I'll make that my other artist of the week.
We're not at artist of the week yet.
I know, but I want to say before I forget it. I have been listening to a nice amount of T Grizzly today. I want another not today, but this week. I want robbery part 3 because I'm really digging T Grizzly when it comes to that storytelling shit. Honestly, that's almost like a new chapter in his shit. Because I don't recall him storytelling too much beforehand then. But Quit Trapping, Robbery 1 and 2, I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that'll cover our news topics for now.
Great.
Oh yeah, one more. No, I'm just playing.
All right, y'all. So this episode, we're going to recap Volume 9, which for us was last night. So
like a motherfucker. Yeah.
So Smack Volume 9, as you all know, was filmed somewhere in Cali. I do not know. It's not my business. But it was different than the usual volumes because they had a crowd. It wasn't a small room like most volumes. Yeah. I'll say it out now. I'm going to say it out loud right now. Didn't like it. I didn't like that the volume had a crowd. That's not how volumes work. Like, it wasn't a bad crowd or nothing like that. The crowd wasn't doing too much. Like, it was a chill, smaller crowd. I just didn't like it. That's not like, I feel like a lot of these rounds and bars would have hit different with no crowd. Yeah. That's how volumes are supposed to be. Yeah.
I feel like it was a big enough crowd to feel like a crowd. It wasn't like, you know, when the small crowds, like, you'll know those people there because you'll hear, like, the reactions, but it won't, like, distract. You know what I'm saying? We'll still get a nice 25-minute battle if, you know, the bars are delivered and everybody's good. This one, nah, niggas had to run shit back sometimes. Like, it was ill reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wasn't even bothered by that as much. I was just more so bothered by them changing up the volume formula for no reason.
Because, you know, Smack got to make that money.
I was just like, nigga, this is not how the volumes work. The volume is the two niggas getting there and rap, and then the next two niggas getting there and rap.
Nah, nigga, he gotta get more of these $100 tickets sold so he can get that money.
They have events year round. They will be okay missing out on this event. They have an event every 2 weeks. I don't think niggas really sit down and think about it. They have an event every 2 weeks.
Hey.
That means they have an event half of the year. There is 52 weeks in the year. Half of those weeks, these niggas are having an event.
Hey, do you believe? They gotta make sure. You gotta make sure they can't copy respect out here.
They need to copy peace, and they can take a break. Just give niggas a week off.
Smack trying to get to that bag. He ain't trying to take no days off.
They don't. I respect it though, but that ain't for me. Anyway, yeah. I would appreciate the volumes being no crowd again, but I see they was trying to do something different.
It might go back to that, we know, with Omnicron out here freaking dancing on niggas like Omarion and shit. Like
the fact that you said at first, I thought you were saying it wrong as a joke, but then you said Omarion, which was the joke. So now I'm confused on if you think you're saying it right. I'm positive everyone can read.
Yeah, but when niggas say it wrong so much, it just sticks in your brain. So I was like, since niggas said Omarion, I was thinking Omnicron, because niggas made pandemic and said a Pandora, a panorama.
That was a joke. That was on purpose. But everybody knew how to say pandemic still.
No, they did not Floyd Mayweather.
He can't read. He don't count. That's different. Everybody doesn't think he can't read. Like that's common knowledge.
One of the funniest videos ever was him doing the live and saying like, yeah, we in this epidemic in this shit. And then came on stage, seeing the video and making a video to it. It's like, damn, that word was no. I feel like that was the closest time that Kevin on stage wanted to say that word was fucking him up. He was like, man, like Floyd Mayweather is freaking undefeated, but when it comes to that word was hitting him.
He can't read. That's different. I'm not even, the nigga's illiterate. Like literally, that's the definition of illiterate. So I'm not even gonna sit here and just be upset with a nigga who can't read if he can't pronounce words like that. It's whatever. It is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie, I did learn something from him though. I do like how I think one time he was on Drink Champs and his son was on there, and Nori was like, oh, that nigga got good hair, and Floyd was like, wait, no, don't do that, because if my son has good hair, then what's bad hair? All of our hair is coarse. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that it's bad hair. Say that it's different. Different styles is cool.
Everybody knew that already.
No, they didn't. Okay. I go to my job right now and they be like, yo, you got the good hair. And I want to
Those people are also stupid. So like I was saying, Smack Volume 9.
If wanted to move on was a person.
Smack Volume 9, they had a crowd. The crowd wasn't too bad. Honestly, the crowd didn't annoy me as much as larger crowds do. They, like you said, they had a couple run backs. There's a lot of, not even a whole lot. I'll take it back. They didn't start really doing a lot until the surf battle.
Yeah.
Before that, they wasn't doing too much in my opinion. They was fine. Like they wasn't making the battles extra long. All them battles that was long was because niggas had long verses. Yeah. I wasn't even blaming that one on the crowd.
Yeah.
And if you watch it live, you realize they was moving pretty quick. One battle would end, the next one was like start within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. They had a 5-minute timer and then they stuck to it pretty well.
Yeah. I had no complaints with this event overall. Yeah. They stuck to a schedule. The only reason the event even went, like event was like 7, like 11:30. Only reason it went that long was again because of long verses. They wasn't taking no long breaks and shit like that. So overall, I said it was a good event. I was pleased with most of it. I have only a few gripes, but what's your overall opinions of the event?
I was digging it. It was a good event. It was definitely good battles. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't disappointed by any battle that I saw. Even though towards like the DNA and Real Sick, I was getting a little sleepy, but that wasn't because of the card. It was because I decided to take a shift on my off day, and of course that shift ended up being earlier than my other shifts. And I'm not a morning person, so I was just sleepy just because of I was just sleepy just cause, not because of the car was bad. Even though DNA's rounds was a little long,
it was long as fuck,
but it still was a good battle because Real Sick is there, and Real Sick is fire. Real Sick has been fire. I've yet to hear him not be fire. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there was a time where he was trying to figure it out. I didn't see none of them shits. I saw him be on point from day one, my nigga.
That's all I've ever seen, too.
You know what I'm saying? Since day one I seen that nigga, it's been a rap. You know what I'm saying? Pun intended, my nigga. You feel me? So, cool. And even with DNA being long-winded, it still was good shit, too. Especially We'll get into
We're
that.
not there
Yeah, we all over the place in this bitch.
You all over the place, niggas. You and only you.
You know what I'm saying?
First battle.
Bloodbath got a hat on today that don't match his shirt. We just doing whatever today. You feel me?
First battle was Shotgun Suge versus Real Name Brandon.
Now this one, I will say, I tried to catch as much of it as I could, but I was still driving, and I tried to use the iPhone Wi-Fi, and it caught some of it good, and then some parts it just was like choppy as hell. But one thing I did hear clear, that Real Name Brandon still fire, still Real Name Brandon, still every fucking bar, and it was definitely the best Suge I've ever heard, the best solo Suge. I want to say solo because I still remember when that nigga was crowd surfing. You know what I'm saying? So it's the best solo Suge I've ever heard. But very surprised when I heard that niggas gave it to Suge. Very surprised.
Everyone's pretty much saying, as the internet consensus is that Suge won. The internet consensus and the judge, like what Nunu and Black was talking, they also was saying Suge.
Yeah, and
me personally,
I
don't like. It's debatable to me personally. I think Suge did really good. I've nothing bad to say about Suge's performance.
Mm-hmm.
I just maybe my ears are more fine tuned to like Real Name Brandon. I don't know what it is, but I thought Suge did good.
Yeah.
I just don't understand people's like, yo, Suge really showed the separation between him and Real Name Brandon today. Like, it's different levels. I was like, what? Maybe I was hearing something different. Like,
even if I could say, like, okay, the closest thing I could say that actually matches what they're saying was when we saw Real Sick versus Chilla Jones, because that one, like, Real Sick was still there, he was still fire, but there was something about Chilla Jones' style and poise and everything that just showed a difference between a vet and I guess you can call him a rookie. You know what I'm saying? It showed a difference. I'm not even gonna say that Chilla Jones like bodied or it was like a clear win, but you just saw a difference in like experience versus new fire. You know what I'm saying? But that is not what happened in the Suge versus Real Name Brandon.
I didn't feel like that either.
Like I take what I say with a grain of salt, because like I said, I didn't see the whole battle, but just from what I heard, like it was definitely the best Suge. I don't see why niggas are debating it though. I don't see why niggas saying that Suge clearly took it, because niggas acting like he clearly took it.
That's what everybody's saying. I feel like it's more debatable. I feel like Suge had the crowd more. He definitely had that, I'd say. But other than that, I need to listen to it again. Maybe I just need to listen to it again.
Yeah, maybe.
I need to listen to it while talking to niggas who are clearly in the Suge one camp.
But hey, if you ever want to look for it, I always end up finding it on
I know where to find it.
Oh, okay, never mind. You don't. I was trying to say so niggas can find the live event, because the shit we talk about was live. They ain't gonna see it.
Yeah, but it's not good to go on your platform and promote the legal places to watch somebody else's event.
Oh, so you don't want me to talk about BearShare, LimeWire? You was too good. You paid for your music, my nigga.
No, but that's
you one of them niggas.
That's different. It's just like, especially with niggas like us who we review Smack and them stuff so much. Why we sit and tell people how to bootleg that stuff on our show?
Because when we get the official cosign, then we're gonna go back in the catalog and erase all shit like this. But it's while we still underground, we gonna show
you not gonna do none of that shit. You ain't gonna do it. You gonna be like, hey Kev, people saying we need to delete this and that and that, and I'm like, that's me. That's me who has to do all that. So no. Anyway. I thought Real Name Brandon did really good.
The funny thing is niggas gonna still blame it on you too. Be like, yeah, y'all niggas ain't, these episodes got deleted because of Kev. Be like, what? What'd you just call me? Kanye West? What was this?
I called you
Quan Tolliver. Quan Tolliver was the fucking reason why we had to delete them episodes, because he was saying hot shit on the damn mic and shit. He'd be like, nah, nigga, nah, Kev, it's your fault. You know, they blame me for everything, bro. I've seen it in person more than every time. You do get blamed for everything. It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell, but
no matter what it is. Anyway,
I definitely gave that battle to Real Name Brandon. I like the shit he was saying. Like he's still fire. I ain't gonna lie. Like, do they have he's one of the people that doesn't have too many battles outside of the app, right? Like on URL.
As far as URL, yeah, that's it. But he probably a bunch of battles on YouTube.
I'm about to say,
I ain't never really looked him up on YouTube, but I mean he has to have battles out there somewhere.
I hope he has the same energy, because some niggas, and respectfully, I get it. URL is the biggest stage, so you're gonna save your best material for URL, because that's gonna have the best views. It pays the best. It's it's like you're going to WWE, but then you still want to wrestle ECW on weekends and shit, which is cool. But you ain't gonna like be like, yo, I can't wait to hit him with the chair, try the new finisher. I'm gonna steal his finish. Like, no, you're gonna do that. You're gonna say that shit for the main stage. So I get it. So I just hope he keeps that same energy, because if that's the case, I do want to review some Real Name Brandon joints. He's definitely
I like him, so I ain't got no problem with it.
But I will show love to Suge, because
Suge did good.
Yeah, besides him, really retweeting your boys, you know what I'm saying, when we reviewed his album, you know what I mean, which is a good album.
Yeah.
But I definitely would give this to Real Name Brandon. If we're the only people that feel like that, cool. But I was quite surprised when I was just hearing like there was like, yeah, like Shotgun Suge really did that. I was like, he did that, but like, nigga, there was also Real Name Brandon right there. Like he was doing this shit like
right there, doing it quite good.
Yeah, I thought it was a clear win. Like I don't
know about clear. I'll say it's debatable. I don't know about clear. I won't know about clear. I'll say debatable.
Well,
that's the farthest I'll go.
If it's debatable, I'm definitely debating that Real Name Brandon won that shit. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully though, like I said, take my opinion with a grain of salt, because I didn't catch all of it. Maybe Shotgun Suge came through crazy with the remaining rounds that I missed or whatever, because it wasn't like it was all like it was a 3-0 or something. It could have been. I feel like
that's how niggas is talking. That's how niggas on the internet is talking. But you can't listen to the internet all the time.
Yeah.
But I think us and the internet all agreed on this next battle, KCJ versus Vixen.
Woo, boy! Listen here, okay. So on this platform, those that know, Kevin has spoke of Vixen's praise, especially after she bodied DNA, which I ain't gonna lie, I think that's the battle we should review next. We should review that one next. But yeah, DNA. I mean, well, KCJ versus she'll kill anybody whose name ends with an A. Basically, she'll body that person, because KCJ ain't no hoe. I mean, streets be trying to say otherwise.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Get to your point.
I'm trying to say that Vixen got 2 eyes and she got her eyes on KCJ.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good ass battle. KCJ came in with her shit, very consistent, came with the fire, but Vixen was on a whole nother level, boy.
It was KCJ started out in the first, and she thought that she had this shit in the bag.
Oh, for sure.
She came out there talking about some
confident.
You could die on your birthday, stillborn. Like the crowd was like, "Ooh,
she came with bars, boy."
Okay, Casey. People was ready to cheer for Casey, and then Vixen started.
And what's funny? Here's one thing I've said to Bloodbath in pre-production, if you want to call it that. I respect that like every round that Vixen had was fire, but in the beginning when she would say her shit, there would be like no reaction, and then it grew as the round went on. So it almost felt like she had to earn the crowd every round. So even though they say she's been like rapping for 10 years, like she's been around, I haven't seen her, but like it almost seems like she still has the energy of a newcomer, because like we know KCJ. So as soon as KCJ gets a round off, like we know what's up with her. You know what I'm saying? She's already earned her respect. But it almost seemed like Vixen was like a new blood, new energy, because I literally would see that every round, even in the third, like she would get some good bars off, and it would be like no reaction, and then it'd be like and then it'd be like ooh, and then at the end, and it's going like oh every round, like. She came with fire, especially that third. I ain't gonna lie, I know they cool, but I feel like this even just the event, niggas was cool. We would know niggas was cool, but niggas would get so personal. I'm like, yo, how can you just be cool with niggas saying this shit?
Niggas, everybody in this event was cool, which I appreciate. Everybody's cool with everybody, but niggas was having some intense personal.
Yes.
Like,
yes, bro. Like,
but niggas clearly agreed to it before the battle, so they was cool with it. Yeah. I was just so confused why Casey spent so much of her second talking about having sex with Vixen. So much of her second, like the full first half of her second, was all about fucking Vixen.
And I ain't gonna lie, niggas can say what they want to say. That shit was turning me on, and I would wish she would stop, because like I'm trying to watch a battle rap event. I ain't trying to picture you and Vixen together and shit.
That's enough of that. So yeah, Vixen came out in the third and just shut the whole battle down. Like Vixen's third was already good, but then she cranked the energy up to 11 just to end that bitch off real quick.
For sure. And I was just like, I was like, y'all can't be cool. You can't be cool after this shit. Like I wouldn't like this. battle rappers are a different breed, bro. Because I'm like, fam, like we throw jokes at each other all the time, but like, nigga, if we got deep like that, like I'd need a minute away from you for a second, bro. Like we would need to shoot the one, or I'm like, hold on, like I just need 5 minutes away from you. I can't look at you right now because like I'm, you know what it felt like when we played UFC that one time at your crib, and I could not get a win for nothing, and we played for like a good 2-3 hours straight. And when and these matches don't last more than like 5 minutes most of the time. You know what I'm saying? We before they made a stand and bang mode, we used to do that. So we were just all going hands and feet on each other and shit. And when I tell you matches ending less than 5 minutes consistently, back to back, running the shit back, I did not win for a good 2 or 3 hours. And the nigga told me to my face, had the audacity to be like, bruh, I ain't even having fun no more. Excuse me? Excuse me? This shit still burns to this day because niggas that play video games and are decent or pretty good know how it feels to be playing against a nigga and you just beating him, and you in your mind you're like, this ain't even entertaining no more. Like I'm just whipping this nigga ass and barely trying. Like, but you don't say it to a nigga. You ain't trying to crush a nigga ego. But nah, this truthful ass, you know, this always gotta be honest ass nigga straight up said that shit. And I just looked at him like, excuse me, my nigga. I think we probably had one more match after that. I lost again. I was like,
again.
I was like, I left after that. I was hot, my nigga. That was one of the few times I ever really wanted to shoot the fist with this nigga, bro. But I was like, I couldn't say that because that would be a bitch ass move. Like, it's like, over a video game, my nigga. Like, you really want to fight me over? Like, but I had to leave. I had that energy, bro. I was like, this, like, I wanted to swing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say, bust a move, bro, on the set, cuz. But yeah, that's what it would feel like. These niggas weird, had that kind of energy.
It's weird whenever you talking about that story. It was like you was losing that whole night, but then you lost worse than that. Maybe it's because I just wasn't talking as much during the other losses.
That's what makes it worse. Is
I usually don't be talking
because you've only recently like gotten into talking shit when you're winning.
Because we getting bored sometimes. We gotta talk to keep it interesting.
The problem is you are actually like a honorable fighter. So like you'll just keep on winning and you won't even like acknowledge it. You'll just be like, oh, okay, we're running it back, cool. And you just win and won't say shit. You know, it almost helps if you talk shit because then it's just like, all right, I got a motivation. That was
the main reason I will start talking shit. Like maybe if I start talking shit, it'll get them to play better. It'll wake them up.
But nah, in that moment you wouldn't talk no shit. And maybe it was because we were in your mom's crib, so it's like you can't really even get into your disrespectful bad. Like how you gonna clean your language and then be like, you are a wanker, you are less than a formidable adversary. Like what are you supposed to say to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at least in the crib right here, you can be like, hey, you playing like a little bitch right now. Like damn, you caught a mean foot to the face like a little bitch.
Yeah.
And not only you a bitch, you my bitch.
Do it. I would never say that. I promise you, I would never say that.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like that's what made it worse. It's like you weren't like a sore winner.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, this nigga whipping my ass respectfully. Like that almost makes it worse, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, like that's the kind of energy these niggas was on, like just real personal type shit. And then just right after the battle was over, they'd be like dapping it up, or in this case, Vixen giving KCJ cheek kisses.
Yeah.
With a hard headlock though. Like she was like, cause she had to push her off. Like I know she's being playful, but at the same time she was like, "Bitch, my hair." Like, like bitch, I'm losing oxygen and shit. But yeah, they was cool afterwards.
It was a great battle. It was
definitely a great battle.
It was a great way to like raise the energy because the first battle was already good.
Yeah,
R&B and Suge already set the tone with a good battle, and then they came in second. Like basically shut the house down.
Yeah,
it's probably still battle at night for some people out there.
And on my new now shit, I will acknowledge that when the name is it's number 2 on Twitter and whatnot. They needed to number 1. That's the battle that put them to number 1. The ladies did it.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a fire ass battle, and I would definitely consider that battle of the night for sure. For sure, 2 formidable opponents. They came, they repped, they did their shit, and I earned respect for a new battle. Well, a new battler to me. I'm definitely on the Vixen train because cool. that chick got bars for sure.
She's good.
You know what I'm saying? Even without KCJ trying to allege that they did some shit, like Vixen was killing her shit. Like doing like yeah. I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? When I'm introduced to somebody and they do some impressive shit, I want to give them the flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because when they're on here and they suck, I'm definitely gonna, when they want to be stumbles, I'm gonna let them know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let them know what's up. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Vixen, shout out to KCJ, good ass battle. You know what I'm saying? You know, I represent for the women, and I like when the women are up here, you know, putting on a good show, and even sometimes outdoing these niggas. I'm all for it. So yeah, cool. Fire. I agree. Next one.
Real Sick versus DNA.
Now, Real Sick versus DNA. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like this DNA. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I hate to say it. I feel him when he was saying that like niggas kind of say he's a little more boring since he left the gun bars away. I kind of like this one where it's like he kind of balances now. It's not DNA trying to be gangster and trying to have every fucking bar be about a gun like niggas do. He'll put some real. Since he let that shit go, he's just into exposing niggas. The only thing that makes it hard is when he doesn't have somebody to expose. Yeah, like he's kind of left with nothing. But in this case, I don't even know if it was a real thing, but he did have an angle to go with. So
yeah, he had an angle in the third talking about Real Sick be talking too much and all that.
Yeah,
it's because Real Sick was teamed with who was the team with? B-Dot? Yeah, him and B-Dot was in that 2-on-2 against Don Marino and DNA. And it was like weird because both of them did the same thing in that third. It was so weird. Both niggas, like, it was like, why would y'all both have the same angle about each other in the third? Like, that was always weird.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. So then, like, so basically DNA was trying to expose, like, oh, you the reason that people be knowing about other people around you, be talking and shit. Yeah. You be talking basically. That was whole DNA's whole third. Like, oh, you can't keep your mouth closed, all that. Yeah. So it was a decent angle because he had enough prior events to bring up to make it interesting.
And real quick, speaking about B-Dot being in the team, I think that's why we thought that Geechee Gotti versus A-Ward was a third time, because I realized Geechee Gotti versus A-Ward was a solo thing, and then they went when Geechee Gotti was with B-Dot, it was versus A-Ward and Loso. Yeah, so that was probably the second time they battled.
I did watch that battle too.
And I remember in that battle, like that was a battle like Geechee was having fun, but he was also like, I'm gonna get this nigga because this nigga beat me last time, so I got a problem with cuz, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's probably why it felt like it was a third, even though it was a number 2. But yeah, it was a good angle. Like I feel like his first round was cool, but I ain't gonna lie, I feel like DNA was cooking in the third. I mean, in the second.
DNA's second was better than his first.
His second was definitely crazy. Like I feel like he really had an angle, and he was like going into that, diving into it. Like he just kept going, getting better each round, and I appreciate that. Yeah. Whereas Real Sick was like consistent. It's almost coming to a point that sometimes when like we ain't even gonna talk about niggas because they just so consistent. Yeah. Anything we're gonna say is gonna be the same shit we always say. We're gonna be repeating ourselves.
You know how he do.
You know what I'm saying? you know how he do. You feel
Real
me?
Sick he was great all 3 rounds.
For sure.
And he really handles the pressure well. Like if a nigga is cooking him, like he'll find a way to be like, "Oh, that was great. It's my turn though." Like he'll take the energy and just pass it on. Like, "All right, nigga, whatever. That was great, but I'm about to fuck you up though." Like, that's how he takes the shit.
Even DNA noticed that shit. He was like, what makes you great is not how you handle like when the crowd is on you. Is how you handle when somebody has the momentum and then now it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely handles that really well. Yeah. Like when Real Sick is going, you can't even tell if he's losing or not. Yeah. Because he's always gonna come with the energy, and even if the crowd is on the other side, he's gonna get the crowd back on his side for his round. Yeah. Now whether he wins or not, that remains to be seen. But while he's cooking, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be gourmet. It's gonna be good quality shit. Yeah. Every time.
He do not let niggas get to him, which is good. I get. Yeah. And he got it together early. He got it together. He definitely gonna be a problem in the next couple of years. I feel like everybody need to go ahead and battle him now before he ascends to his next level.
Oh yeah.
You must go on to say that you beat Sick now. Yeah. Because it's not gonna happen in the next couple of years.
Yeah, this nigga's gonna be a problem. And he keeps coming with like new angles and shit. Like I remember saying that Real Sick was actually one of the people I would actually like to hear on the track. Just because the way he says this shit has a flow to it. Yeah, in a weird way.
He definitely flows.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and it's funny that he's one of the people, I don't know if he actually does record in the booth. But, I don't know. But
I could look into it if you remind me.
But he definitely has a fire style, and it's like it ain't getting boring. It's only getting better.
It's because I feel like he's versatile, but he chooses to stay in certain lanes. Because I feel like he has the kind of cadence that he could probably do lyrical miracle really fast stuff.
Yeah.
But he knows that shit ain't gonna win all the time, so he tries to mix it up.
Yeah.
And some rounds will be faster than other, but I feel like he's good.
For sure.
Do you have a winner, or is it just holding, just debatable to you?
This one's kind of debatable.
I'm kind of leaning towards Sick, but I wouldn't be disappointed if a nigga said DNA.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Because even with DNA second and third, they're really good. It was really good angles to work with. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like just versus Real Sick's consistency and just fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like Real Sick is a problem, and that's the tooth. I mean, the truth. You feel me? That shit was funny as fuck when he said that shit. Like he even found a good way to talk about DNA's tooth. And when I tell you DNA has gotten through every kind of bar about his tooth, sometimes it does get redundant, but like the way you didn't even see it coming, and it can't, like, bro, real sick, bro. I ain't gonna lie. In due time, has he ever won against Geechee Gotti yet?
No.
I want to see that. I feel like that's going to be an interesting challenge for Real Sick.
Nah.
Because I feel like, even though they're different in style, like, it's almost like that. It's like when Geechee Gotti was still new, he was consistent, killing niggas, you know what I'm saying, like, impressing me and shit. And I feel like Real Sick is kind of like in that kind of vein, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the new niggas, but don't play with that boy.
Nah,
or you will get embarrassed.
Quickly.
For sure. But yeah, next one.
Charlie Clips versus B-Dot. I'd say this is probably the most fun battle of the night. Overall fun vibes.
Ironically too, because B-Dot usually is a very serious battler.
It's hard to stay serious against Charlie Clips.
Yeah.
I tweeted that out. I was like, you got to stay on your toes against Charlie, because he gonna find a way to break you.
Yeah.
he can't battle a nigga and nobody's smiling. He can't do it. At least not recently. I feel like before he wasn't as silly. I feel like he's gotten even sillier, and I don't mind it. Yeah. Like I it's kind of like how we like Pat Stay. Yeah. I don't care if a nigga gonna joke all 3 rounds. I'm with it.
Yeah. I fucks with it every time, bro. Because you know how to balance this shit. You know how to balance this shit with the funny and then still have some bars in there. And I ain't even gonna hold you. He's had the consistent, like, predictable style this whole time, but like in this battle, I almost felt like that 4-bar setup shit was kind of like cranked up a little bit. Like it was almost like I was like, oh shit, like I like this one. Like it wasn't as predictable, and it was still his shit, but it was like evolved slightly.
It's because every round was different if you think about it.
Yeah.
All 3 of his rounds were very different. So
that might be his new thing. We noticed.
I think this one was just happened like that. I'd say because B-Dot was consistent with his B-Dot shit, being conscious and his great flow. B-Dot always has a great flow. Yeah. And he had some good punches in the first. Yeah. Then Clips went out. Clips had a long ass first.
Yeah.
It was a good round. Had some great punches. It was the 4-bar setup shit. I think that was one where he was doing the shit where he bring them whole into the scheme. Well, that was the only time he really did that was in the first. Yeah. He did all his normal shit in the first. Then the second, B-Dot was stumbling a little bit in the second. That was kind of fucking him up. But he came back to have a good round overall, I'd say.
It was a good round even with the stumble.
Yeah. The stumbles really didn't fuck him up.
Yeah.
Then Clips goes out, and Clips says that he stumbled. We couldn't really tell because he started freestyling basically the whole round. And he freestyled the whole second round, and it was still good. Yeah. And then the girl really gave it to him, that girl who kept talking. Yeah. And he tried to give her some life. He was just like, yo, I know you're not talking during my rounds. And she was just like, no. He said something slight. And then she keeps, so you still talking during my rounds. Then he started going into her teeth. I was like, oh shit, why won't she shut up?
Bro, she ain't learned from Nunu Nels. She ain't learned from the ring girl. But B-Dot's round was talking about him destroying a innocent bystander ring girl. Yeah. And then bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like she must have been a decoy or something. because there's no way you that just went over your head. Like there's no way
you you're
So
aware that this nigga's freestyling this whole round.
Yes,
Anybody could get it at this moment in time. Like,
and he literally just let you know, like, yo, Charlie Clips is DL Hughley. If you are in the crowd, he gonna talk about you, and you gonna be part of the show, and niggas is gonna laugh.
Yes.
And then she just decided, you know what? I'm gonna talk. Like, here's the moment I'm gonna interrupt.
She thought that she could heckle a comedian, and then she got her feelings hurt. Like, damn.
You chose the worst person, bro. Mr. Wildin' Out on an improv show. You think he ain't gonna be good on his feet from an improv show?
He's been doing this for years, so he freestyled the whole second, and it was still good.
Yeah,
it was still finding ways to keep shit together, and it was like he kept niggas laughing. Like B-Dot was laughing a good bit during this. B-Dot really don't be laughing.
He don't be laughing, bro.
But because he be trying to be so serious, but Clips had him on his toes because he just kept saying shit. And then when the girl kept giving the material, B-Dot just had to shake his head like, "Come on." It was the same thing. It was the same thing. Chess had said when he battled Chess, and another very serious nigga. Yeah. Chess was like, "This is why I want to battle this nigga."
You gonna be like, "Yo, don't make me laugh." He's like, "You gonna fuck me up? You gonna fuck me up?"
Like, what you supposed to do? What you supposed to do against a nigga like that?
And then nigga would like get off a bar, and then he just be like, he just break down laughing. It's like, bro, it's like I can't get this bar off. Bro. Like, this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. That's like Charlie Clips' superpowers, disarming niggas.
It really is. Because then in the third, B-Dot got it back together, and he started talking about the Biden stuff again, which is always, I feel it's annoying when niggas have the Biden angle against DNA and Clips. It's played out, in my opinion. Everybody does it at this point. I was like, dog, that's such a lazy angle.
Niggas be feeling like they're going to bring something new to the table, I guess.
B-Dot kind of did, because his angle was, you did the Biden shit about getting the vaccine just to not get vaccinated, because apparently Clips isn't vaccinated. That's what his whole angle was about. But you did all that selling it to us, and then you ain't even got it yourself shit, basically. So that's what his spin on it was. I mean, I guess it was different. I still thought it was lazy.
Didn't B-Dot go against DNA? I feel like
he probably did.
If it wasn't B-Dot,
I think he did battle DNA.
Yeah, and I feel like he had the same angle against DNA.
I told you, everybody does
weird.
that shit. It was like, dog.
Hey, you gonna go with the same angle twice? All right. All right, my nigga.
It's a different nigga. Nigga.
I guess.
So that was his third mainly. That and like talking about him like this and that rain girl or whatever. How much it's not cool to hate on black women, which I agree. Yeah, it was funny in the moment.
It definitely was funny in the moment, and I ain't gonna lie. Even after the round, it's like, nigga, that still was a classic moment. Like, hey, anybody can get it, my nigga. I'm sorry. Like, we love our queens, but same time, you gonna get these jokes. I'm sorry.
So
you know what I'm saying?
That was B-Dot's third, and I was like, I really liked his flow and everything. Oh yeah, that was great flow. He trying to get the crowd back with his energy.
Yeah.
And then what I've got this in my notes is like Clips in his third decided to match B-Dot's flow and cadence and like his energy.
Yeah.
It was like, I was like, how did he match the energy and flow that B-Dot had? It's crazy. It's like he really didn't have to, because he kind of already had the crowd on his side with his jokes. So then he decided to get more serious in the third and start really rapping. Yeah. So it was like, now you showing a whole different side. Like, now you being versatile again.
Yeah.
So you went from the 4-bar setups in the first round to the second round just freestyling shit. Third round, you rapping. Yeah. It's like, you're doing everything against this nigga, and this nigga's trying to do his one thing consistently, and you fucking up his consistency. So he just showed too many different skills. I think he pulled a great third too. So
yeah,
I gave it to Clips
for sure.
And B-Dot did good, but I gave it to Clips. Also, B-Dot, I feel like this third was lazy in my opinion, and he was stumbling so much in the second. I kind of couldn't give it to him. Yeah. He brought his second back pretty well. Like if we was judging, I would have given him some recovery points for his second. Yeah. But overall, he still wouldn't have won.
It was definitely a great battle. You know what I'm saying? But Charlie Clips, I don't know. It really makes me feel like Charlie Clips was just getting bored before Wildin' Out. Because this is like it almost feels like slightly a new Clips or a rejuvenated Clips. Mm-hmm. Like he's really dealing with niggas. And he's doing it casually.
Yeah, and he'll battle anybody. Like he don't be no politics. Like, oh, I don't want to battle him. He'll be like, all right, cool, I'll battle anybody.
He's like, as long as my bread correct.
He just goes up there and has fun. That's what's crazy about it. Is you can tell he just up there having a good ass time. He don't be prepping for niggas. He just be up there smiling. Niggas be kicking their best bars to him. He be like, that was good. All right. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, he'll be nodding with you, pointing at you. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Cool. And then as soon as it's his turn, he'll just have you laughing at you about your own shit for a whole round. Damn it, nigga.
It's like it's a good ass clip, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like either he's being funny or he's hitting you with a bar angle you didn't see coming. Because I know be that type of nigga. He don't really tell people they doing good when they rapping. But you can see in his face that he was like, damn, he got me with that one.
Yeah.
He was just nodding his head like,
yeah,
that was a good one.
I ain't gonna lie. I would want to see a since I'm just putting people in new battles.
Clip versus Pat Stay. That's what you about to say?
Nah. I would want to see Clip versus.
That would be too funny.
That would be the most hilarious battle ever. You know what's funny? One of the most hilarious battle I ever seen was a Pat Stay versus Roan, and they did a compliment battle. We might review that one day because I think that's the first and only I've ever seen of its kind. They literally
stupid.
It is.
I'm
stupid.
down to review it.
It's stupid, but it was funny because they literally it can only work with white people because they definitely compliment each other the whole entire. But it was like fire compliments. It was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a compliment battle. We might review that one day too. But I would want to see Charlie Clips versus Serious Jones.
Serious Jones is a problem right now.
That would be amazing. It would be bars on top of bars. It would be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? As long as Serious Jones don't come with a prop, because he always fucks up his first round with some kind of prop or some shit. But as long as he don't do that, we good.
What was the prop this time? Was it the coat and the hat? Because he tried to be a pimp.
He tried to be a pimp one time. Then another time he had a diamond tester that wouldn't turn on. Bro, yeah. But just don't come with a prop.
Still, bro, it's still crazy that after the diamond tester shit, he still came back and cooked that nigga.
Yeah,
in the first.
Like,
damn.
Then, like I said, he didn't lose his momentum in the moment because some niggas, they start getting self conscious when shit like that happens, and then they can't get it back. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, all right, fuck it. So anyway, these bars I have for your ass, like. Hey, it is what it is. That would be a good battle.
He don't really need the gimmicks. He just likes doing the gimmicks.
Yeah, like,
he's a silly nigga. He just likes doing that shit. he don't need any of that.
He need to leave them shits alone because it be making the first half of his first round awkward, and then we get to the shits. You know what I'm saying?
So funny, bro. Serious Jones is funny to me.
For sure.
And it's not always because of his rapping. He making me laugh as a person. Yeah. Like, nigga, why would you do this? Like, what part of you thought this was a good idea? Why?
He's just a funny nigga, bro. He's just a funny nigga, bro. Like, yeah.
But speaking of next battle is very unfunny. Back to the series.
Yeah.
K-Shine versus Easy the Block Captain.
Again, another group of niggas that obviously knew each other. They showed love to each other in the beginning. He was like, and K-Shine don't like anybody.
Nope.
Or at least he acts like he don't like anybody, especially when he battling them.
True. But he did say,
he was like, you lucky I like you. He was like, you lucky I like you. But then proceeded to get so fucking personal and disrespectful. Both of them too, but K-Shine a little more because he had some kind of angle. But yeah, it was definitely a good shine in the first. And then, Easy, one of them niggas that we almost can't say too much just because he's so consistent. And he's ever since he decided to start burning niggas or having beef with the vets, he's been carrying that torch and he ain't slouched yet.
He's also gun titled now.
Which is
I don't think he needs it. That's kind of what K-Shine was trying to tell him.
He don't need that.
K-Shine's round was all about like, bro, you don't really need to be gun titles. You're good on your own. But
yeah, and it's a little strange because isn't gun titles full of vets who he dissed? Not who he dissed, but he's dissing the vets.
Yeah.
So it's like gun titles is, to my knowledge, I know it's Tay Rock, I know it's Sue Surf, two very vettable vets. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who else is in that shit, but
I can't remember off the top of my head either. But I only know them two niggas. They might have like two or three other niggas. But
I've never heard of gun titles accepting new niggas like that. I
didn't know either until Easy.
So that means it's a crew.
They made an exception.
So it's a crew of vet ass niggas with the nigga that's dissing all the vets. It's kind of strange, a little contradictory too, a little bit. But it is what it is.
It was so weird. But
yeah,
Easy did great
for sure.
But I also feel that Easy's rounds were so much longer than K-Shine's rounds that he kind of had to be great because like you spent way more time rapping.
Yeah,
there's always like you had so much more heat to get off than K-Shine did.
Yeah,
so you kind of had to win. Now again, like I give it to Easy, and I'm a huge K-Shine fan. I fuck with K-Shine a long way. I thought K-Shine did great.
Yeah,
three good rounds. He was back.
Yeah,
but I still kind of edge it to Easy overall. Yeah. I just wish Easy's rounds wasn't as long because then it would have been more debatable, probably in my opinion. But Easy's rounds was like 2 or 3 times as long as K-Shine's rounds, like all of them.
Yeah, it was definitely good shit.
Same thing with DNA and Real Sick too. DNA's rounds was way longer than Real Sick's rounds.
And they even acknowledged that. Like, Nunu Nell was the first one to say, it was like, yeah, his rounds were kind of long and whatnot. Even though she was repping for him, that's when DNA was like, yo, why the comments saying that somebody talking shit? She was like, what? He was like, what? I've been bigging you up. I just said your rounds were long, but I was repping for you. But he was like, I had to make them long because I was mad. I was like, I get it. You had a point to prove.
I don't know what point Easy had to prove. Maybe Easy had to prove that he's good. I feel like people are respect Easy. Like everybody respects Easy.
Yeah, but I do feel like we're still dealing with K-Shine, who I don't know if he's still like top of the top right now at this moment. But if he's not, he's fresh off being top of the top. Like
I feel like
fresh.
Yeah, like this is it's gonna probably lead to a slow decline probably. But
and if it's a decline, he just started declining.
Yeah, it's recent because the Hollow battle was showing like
it was a little chink in the armor.
Niggas was saying before his battle before the Hollow battle, but I don't remember no battle before the Hollow battle.
It was I think Easy had mentioned it was the Hollow battle and then it was the battle before then, because he didn't do bad. He was good. He just didn't.
Oh, you talking about the Pat Stay?
Yeah, I think that one was.
Pat Stay didn't even try.
Yeah, but I feel like
he didn't. K-Shine fight. K-Shine could have did better. I agree.
Yeah, I think that's what it was because he was consistently killing niggas, and then it was like he went against a nigga that wasn't even that good that time, and he didn't kill him.
Yeah,
you're supposed to murder that nigga because you've dealt with niggas that are good, and you still controlled the room.
Mm-hmm.
So now you against a nigga that's not even at his best, and you didn't kill him. You know what I'm saying? And then it takes 2 battles and the niggas be like, yo, that nigga falling off.
Yeah, because he also did great when him and Luke Castro in the 2-on-2.
Hey, yo, big dog.
That was one of the best battles. Like,
yeah,
nah, he ain't really lost nothing. I just feel like he just had an off night with the Hollow, and he was listening to the comments. He was like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna get back to it. And he went in there. He had a good battle. I don't really think he did anything wrong in this battle. It was just Easy had longer rounds, and Easy packed in a good amount of punchlines in them long ass rounds.
For sure. But it was definitely a good K-Shine. Definitely a good. I have no complaints with K-Shine. He did his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Last battle, the headliner, Tsunami Surf versus New Jersey Twerk. Why you face palming? Why you seem so distraught?
It's like I just want to be loved, Kev, and it's like I do everything to profess my love. You know what I'm saying, for the battle rapper, and he just won't do right by me. Bro, it's like, and what makes it worse is Twerk has been on a run of like completing his shit. He's been on a little, maybe 2-3 battle run of no chokes, and I was like, oh snap. Maybe him choke. It seems like every time I entertain the thought of maybe him choking is a thing of the past, that's when he chooses to choke on a really important battle, a la the KCJ battle or this one. Because usually, even he used to be good at he'll choke in 1 round, but the other 2 rounds will be fire. It was just 1 round he'll choke. Like I think I forgot what battle did he do that against Swave 7? Yeah. There was somebody and there was a few battles he would choke 1 round, but the other 2 would still be fire. And then like a few recently he's like been untouchable. Like he's almost been at EFB. Like every fucking bar, everybody goes crazy. Like,
yeah, he was back at it, especially in the Tay-Rock battle, because he said multiple times before the Tay-Rock battle, I promise Tay-Rock I will not mess this up. I will not choke. I'm not gonna fuck up this classic. I promise. He said, I promise Tay-Rock, he one of my favorite battlers. I will not fuck this up.
Yeah.
And that was like the same time he said he really didn't want to battle Surf because him and Surf is cool.
Yeah.
And then like a couple weeks later, they announced this shit. And I was like, but he just said he didn't want to battle that nigga. It must have been about the money or something. Because they both from Jersey. And Surf was like, Twerk was like, yeah, I'm actually cool with Surf in real life. Like, I don't really want to battle that nigga. It's not that big a deal to me. And then
that's probably why this shit happens.
This happens.
Because, if he.
So, for the people who didn't watch, Surf was killing Twerk because Twerk was stumbling bad.
Through every single round. Oh my God, he stumbled.
The first,
Oh, it was good until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Word to Kehlani.
It started out bad. He started off bad in the first. He couldn't even get his first shit. He couldn't get his first line out.
Like I was.
He didn't get the first line out clean. What do you mean? Started off and no. No.
And I was thinking, I was like, okay, he gonna get this little stumble out the way. He gonna be just fine afterwards. Wrong.
The whole round.
Wrong.
The whole round. Because all right, Surf went first. Surf went out there.
And Surf was back.
Yeah, surfed it up. We know what Surf does with a crowd.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
With a crowd.
I feel like we about to surf with a crowd and a clean white tee on. That's a dangerous nigga.
That's what niggas saying. No, because they were saying that before the battle. They was just like, I'm gonna just say this. I saw Surf was wearing a white tee. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure when
white tee Surf today. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because them times where it was no crowd and he was stumbling, I think he wore a hoodie on both of them.
He wasn't wearing it. Wasn't white tee Surf.
You know what I'm saying? When it's white tee Surf, that's a different beast, boy. That's a different beast.
White tee Surf with a crowd. Hey,
yes,
man.
White tee, yo.
Look out.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. If I had to battle Surf, I'd pay a chick to go next to him and spill some Hennessy on that nigga. Something. We need a stain on that shirt.
Either that, or you would just use all the money you got to be like, look, I will pay you to make this a small room. I will give you all the money in my bank account.
Listen, I will. You can keep the first half. if
you just make this a small room,
make our battle separate. You know what I'm saying? Let's battle during the intermission when half the niggas leave or something.
We need to, we need to go back to the rooftop.
You know, that nigga, bro. That nigga is a shit. What's that move that Goku had? The freaking what's that shit?
Spirit bomb.
Spirit bomb. That's what Surf is, bro. Surf is a walking spirit bomb, bro. Like that nigga
cannot
crazy.
Let that nigga feed off the crowd because it's over.
So
Surf went out there, had a great first round.
Great first round. Clean t-shirt.
Twerk went out there. Shat all over the stage. just pulled his pants down.
Oh, that was a Miley Cyrus twerk. Like that was a bad twerk right there.
It started shitting.
Oh my god!
And he had the nerve to have such a long ass round.
He was trying to get through them shits. He was
trying, dog. He stumbled through the whole round. But here's the thing, right? We love New Jersey Twerk on this show. We talk about, we say so many good things about him.
Good things.
But it's to the point with me where niggas be giving him too many benefits. Like he's getting the benefit of the doubt too much. Niggas be doing too many favors for him. I said it in the Discord. I haven't tweeted anything out. I said in the Discord. We talked during the whole show in that Discord. Be debating battles and everything. Like, oh, that round was all that. I just put out and said, is New Jersey Twerk coddled too much?
Yes.
Because niggas, like, if anybody else was started stumbling and choking like that and couldn't get it back, niggas would have just started booing. Because beat out was stumbling, but nigga, like, beat out, he got it back quick.
Yeah.
Twerk was legit standing there repeating the same thing like 6 or 7 times and then just sitting there pausing. And niggas wanted to boo. Then they was like, wait, this is Twerk. Come on, man, you got it. Take your time.
Niggas
Take your time, Twerk. You got it.
I've never heard a battle rap crowd be supportive. Exactly. Niggas was supportive. Niggas was motivational. Niggas like, yo, you got it. Take your time. Apparently,
this is what niggas told me in the Discord. Niggas was like, yo, New Jersey Twerk is the reason I got into battle rap. Like he's officially some niggas' hero now. So like he's a lot of niggas' favorite rapper. So a lot of niggas are now to the point where they don't want to boo him, even though he'll go up there and shit on the stage.
And you know what makes it bad is I understand because when he's great, I think I've said this on this platform. If he could stop the stumbling, he'd easily be the best.
Yes.
And when I say the best, like number one, like top 2 and not 2.
Yeah, bro.
Like that can be debated, and I still feel like it's pretty much certified. Like, but that nigga's problem is untouchable when he remembers the shit.
Everybody, me included, everybody is getting caught up in his potential and not his reality.
Yeah,
he has the potential to be one of the best to ever do it. I agree with you on that. But the reality is, he finds a way to shoot himself in the foot every couple months.
Yeah, and it's because, bro, those to the point that, yo, this, like, niggas was putting it in the battles. Like, niggas would be like, yo, like why do we keep on, like, even Loso, though Loso got his ass whipped, he had a good point. It's like, it don't even be New Jersey Twerk versus somebody. It'd be really him versus himself. It's only if he's gonna show up. That's where the battle's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? If he chokes, then he loses it. But if he doesn't choke, he's gonna win. It's undeniable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And it's been the funny thing is we're almost past the era where it was like disrespectful. Like it was getting like obvious with it. Like how come he can have all these mistakes and still get the favoritism?
And everybody still co-signs him. New niggas, old, like vets and young. Everybody likes New Jersey Twerk because he's not that old, but he's really a student of the game.
Yeah,
and he really he can rattle off all the old school battle rappers. He say he want to battle niggas like Disaster. Like he really appreciates older battle rappers. He knows everybody. He really studied this shit, and you know what I'm saying, the new niggas like him because he bringing all this new variety and shit that the young niggas like. But
he's one of the top tier niggas.
He
was one of the niggas was doing this. I still haven't forgotten because niggas stopped it, but I remember when there was a multitude of niggas doing this shit.
Yeah,
and this is very much Twerk's shit.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't until niggas started being like, "Yo, why is other niggas doing this shit?" that they stopped. But niggas was really acting like they was freaking. What's that nigga name? Jax from Tekken. Nigga Jax with the hands. Like niggas was acting like they was freaking Android 16 and shit. Like
it's funny because he said in the interview, he said him and Nitty evolved it because he was just like, it started with me doing the gun things, and then Nitty was doing the
twisty shit.
The twisty shit. He's like, then it evolved into doing both. I think he called it the clothes hangers. He called it like the windy clothes, something like that. The wavy clothes hanger, something like that. He's like, yeah, everybody was doing it.
Yeah, everybody was definitely doing it for a hot minute. Like for a hot few months, everybody was doing it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. But I don't want to move away from what Twerk from what Surf did. Surf had 3 good rounds.
Yeah, Surf.
We can't take it away from Surf. Surf sat there and let that nigga get his shit back together.
Yeah. And wanted the nigga to get his shit off too.
He really did, because they both from Jersey and they both cool. So like they really don't want the other to do bad.
Yeah.
But Surf had to son that nigga. He had no choice. Twerk gave him no choice.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He's like, I gotta murder my own people. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't want to see you shot, so I look away. He had to do it, bro.
He had to, and I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is for Twerk, because he's gonna keep getting booked. He's gonna, and the problem is he's gonna bounce back like this didn't happen. So
yeah, that's the problem. Is like it's such a roller coaster. It's like because it's not like he's good at not being.
He was not strapped in one time. That was his thing. He's like, he wasn't gonna be strapped in not once this battle, and he might have needed it.
Oh, I was about to say I thought he just didn't even get to the strapped in.
Nah, they were saying beforehand that he was telling them that he wasn't gonna do it this battle. And he might have needed it, in my opinion.
Yeah, like the bad part is for this really bad one, he's gonna come back and probably have 3 good, amazing performances, and then we're gonna slightly have amnesia, and then he's gonna fuck it up again. You know what I'm saying? Like this might be one of his worst chokes like since KCJ. KCJ is the worst twerk, like the worst choke he's ever had.
Yeah,
that nigga barely said a word. Like during that shit. During that shit, that nigga, that's the worst choke I've ever seen anybody do. Like all 3 rounds are just.
Didn't he leave partway through? He just leave.
I think he did. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think in the 3rd he left, so KCJ was just rapping to herself. Like I think it was And the fucked up part is like I get it, because it was like you can't even get your shit out. You just are a vessel to get shot at. You are a target right now.
Oh my God.
You are a mannequin, my nigga. Like. Damn, and the fucked up part is the next time we see Twerk, he's gonna do amazing, and I'm gonna be like, this nigga is the GOAT when he remembers his shit. So it's like I don't want to shit on him too much, because I'm still gonna like him. Like, he's still gonna be dope. It's just, he's just that really he's that really good dude. You know what I'm saying? He buys your gifts. Your mother likes him. You know what I'm saying? He takes you on dates. He calls you beautiful all the time. But the nigga can't stop cheating. That's just what it is, bro. It's like everything else is perfect, but like you just keep on finding other bitches texting your nigga, bro. It's just what it is, bro.
Right, dog. You just can't get right.
You can't get right, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was awful.
Overall, that was the event. I mean, that was kind of the worst way to end the event, but hey, that was the event.
I mean, you also could just book a Verb and Head Ice end the event that way.
Boy, if you don't start playing with me.
Because you talking about bad ways to end the event, my nigga, like that was That was mid like a motherfucker.
Because that card was so good.
Was such a good card. And then to end it like that, bruh. Yo, that's like having, The Rock versus Stone Cold, Triple H versus Edge, freaking the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys. You know what I'm saying? Having all that on the card, and then we end with freaking Trish versus Spike Dudley, my nigga. Like, what the fuck, my nigga? Like, come on, son. You know what I'm saying?
Why you always shitting on Spike Dudley?
Because I always remember him for being on the best team and always being a pincushion. He was always he got his ass whooped every time he stepped in the ring.
Yeah,
he had the health bar of a referee, my nigga. Like, you hit that nigga with a clothesline one time, that nigga's staying down. You know what I mean? Shout out to Spike Dudley, but you do know you got your ass whipped. You know you was there to get your ass whipped, bro.
All right, so yeah, that's the battle review for this week. We reviewed the event. They also announced their next event in January is the Super Fight. The headliner is Tay-Rock versus Danny Myers.
Which that's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be good because Danny Myers coming off of Traffic 4, which we haven't seen yet because they haven't put it out yet.
Also, I think I two notes that I forgot to mention during the KCJ and Vixen battle. One thing, how many times does somebody have to say that we don't want the Cassidy versus Freeway battle before Smack actually hears that and lets it go?
They already announced it, bro. They got to do it at this point.
Oh my god! I really hope that they
better get some Ghost Riders for them niggas.
They better for something. They
better make it a 2-on-2 and give them both good teammates.
Yeah, they better have a Omicron freaking warning on that shit and close the event, my nigga. Like, make a whole new app and freaking play it on that shit. We don't want to see that shit, my nigga. I'm sorry, I don't want to see it. I don't.
It's also funny how niggas keep working that into their rounds, knowing the Smack going here.
Yeah, like, bro. So like, bro, and I'm just like, at every event we've seen since then, somebody said there's something we don't even want. Cassidy versus Freeway. It's like, it's almost like the whole rap community is like, yo, so we got an event. All right, one of y'all got to mention.
Yeah, somebody
got to do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess Smith's gonna do what he do. Also, I wanted to mention that KCJ almost took the power out of Vixen's name flips. Because I think she said in her second round, because she went first, she was like, I already know what you're going to do. You're going to do a whole bunch of name flips and talk about my child and da-da-da. And when Vixen went and she was coming with some name flips here and there, the reactions was not there.
Kind of in the first, though. I think most of the was in the first before Casey mentioned it.
It was a good thing she got them shits off, but there was still some name flips that came afterwards. But every time she said her name, it was almost like the crowd was just like, we already knew you was going to do that, though. Like, it would take the flame out of some good bars too. Like even times when it wasn't a name flip, she couldn't even say her name no more. Like I noticed, like every time she would be like, "Come on, Case," KCJ would be like, "See, there you go, saying my name again." Like, damn, she can't even say your name no more. She almost took the flame out of saying her name. You know what I'm saying? She almost took the bow out. You feel me? Gracefully. For sure. It was almost like that. It was almost like just because you say bow don't make him lyrical type shit. But yeah. Good event. Terrible end, but good event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good shit. You know what I'm saying? Even a cool crowd, even though we're not the biggest fan of crowds, but this one was a good one. It wasn't a bad crowd. You know, they were supportive of Twerk, even though he was bombing and whatnot. It was funny too, because even like on the third, I heard a nigga when he started choking on the third, I heard a nigga in the crowd go, "Oh!"
Because like niggas really show up to events and they all just be like,
they be hopeful.
"We're rooting for you. We're all rooting for you." Like that's every crowd, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody want to be the guy who was booing Twerk, but like
and then to make it worse is like, yo, Twerk is really aggressive, but like he be humble, like he be humbled, and he knows when he's thinking out the room, because niggas will say shit and he'll be like, yo, hold it down. Like K-Shine I didn't even hear the nigga that said shit. He was like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? But then freaking Twerk's big ass niggas was like, oh, he's like, yo, hold it down, man, hold it down. I'm sorry, y'all. So it is what it is. Like I guess we have to just book Twerk with niggas he don't like. Because it seemed like when he does like the nigga, he don't take it serious or he don't remember his shit. He don't have a point to prove. So I still don't know what Loso did to that nigga to make him do Loso the way he did. Because you ain't going to tell me that these niggas is friends. Because that nigga, boy, that nigga destroyed his, he destroyed him as a man. He destroyed him as a Christian. He destroyed him as is he Latino? He destroyed him as a Latino. He destroyed him as a tattooed human being. He destroyed him as a battle rapper. He just destroyed his living. Like, that was a kill. That was a kill. And I felt bad for Loso in that room, bro. But yeah, against Surf, which Surf is the homie, he couldn't get it together.
No.
In DRE. Feel me? So.
All right. So, you already said your artist of the week, so I'm going to go ahead and say mine. My artist of the week.
My artist of the week is Jesus, because Jesus is the reason for the season. You know what I'm saying? Happy holidays to y'all.
Amen. What he said. I'm just going to follow that up with my artist of the week. Now that you're done.
Yeah.
My artist of the week, it's pretty, I've been listening to a bunch of different stuff this week, so I've really been keeping my phone on shuffle. So I don't know if I have a legit artist of the week, but I'll say that if my phone has not been on shuffle, it's been mainly Maxo Cream. So
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, Maxo is my artist of the week, if I had to say.
I thought your favorite was going to be Baby Keem, you know, the most lyrical, substance-driven artist that we know. Then we definitely came to a realization today, or we discussed today that how while Baby Keem is a good artist, don't get me wrong, he's definitely a good artist. He comes with that energy. He's got good songs. I haven't listened to his album, but I look forward to listening to it. And I've liked his shit before then, but I've definitely accepted that he don't be saying shit in his records. Like we even discussed how like Made in Tokyo, I really realized Made in Tokyo does not say shit in his record.
Never has.
Uber Everywhere might be the only, like the most consistent thought like verses he's ever had.
Everything else I heard from him was atrocious.
Everything else
That's
was
why
like,
he fell off so quick.
Yeah,
he was one hit wonder.
Even when he would have good beats and good verse, like a good hooks, when you get to the verse, it's just like you lose everything. Because like, I ain't gonna lie, that might be the one thing that's worse than like being a Playboy Cardi, where you just saying the same shit and niggas don't even know what you're talking about, and you just talking about fucking on a nigga bitch in 50 different ways. At least I know, like at least I feel like I get where we're going here. Like Tokyo, bruh. Bruh. He has literally a song that me and my girl like called Mr. Tokyo. And we like that joint, and I unliked it because when I would get to the verses, I was like, he really ain't saying shit. And when I say like ain't saying shit, not in the hip hop sense of, man, all these dudes talk about is just fucking women and getting money and doing drugs. They ain't really saying nothing substance. No, this nigga does not say complete thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Now Tokyo, she said, Tokyo, yo, I'm proud of you. Bitch, I don't even like your attitude. Those don't go together.
I mean,
she just gave you a compliment. How do you not like her attitude? She just gave you a compliment.
It depends on how your ears are feeling that day. Because we do also like old Young Thug songs like Moving, where he mumbles the second half of his verse.
He do, but I feel like we appreciate mumbling. We appreciate mumbling. Because
because he started off with coherent thoughts to begin with, and it just faded into mumbles.
Yeah. I was so thrown because I was like, you really on the track said, you know what the funny?
Anybody who's never heard the song, I need y'all to go look up Young Thug Moving. That's back when I used to really listen to Young Thug, because he used to enunciate and he would really rap.
It's
we got that bit moving.
Young Thug and Bloody J.
Yep.
Shout out to Bloody J. But yeah, we got that bit moving.
You know it's an old song because of how poorly it's mixed.
Yeah, it was definitely poorly mixed, terribly. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them joints that like, I used to appreciate Young Thug because Young Thug, like, I know I'm bugged out in the brain, but Young Thug would just do shit on the track that I would think of. And I'd be like, oh, he really recorded that shit and then put it out. Like, that's kind of crazy. Or even like some of the punchlines he would say, like, he'd be like, halftime, half a perky, half a pill, nigga, halftime. Try to rob that stick, turn his body to halftime. Some niggas might not get that shit. He's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, halftime, you know, stick will cut him in half, you know, chopper bullets. Halftime. It's like it don't make sense, but if you let it make sense, it'll make sense. Whereas like Tokyo, shit don't make sense at all. Like at all. And Baby Keem might be the closest thing to that. But just with Baby Keem, he'll go bar by bar. Like each if you stay within this rhyme or this bar, it makes sense here. Now the next bar is gonna be a totally random thought that's unrelated to the previous bar in most cases. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Tokyo, nigga, we can have a sentence with a comma in it, and the predicate or what is it? Subject and a predicate. Yeah, the predicate of the sentence is not gonna make sense with the subject in the sentence. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But his shit is still fire though. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to Baby Keem if you want to. I might try to listen to that this week. The Melodic Blue.
Have fun with that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this shit. Top of the morning.
All right. Well, how can people find you at the top of their feed?
You can find me listening to Kendrick Lamar's albums, you know what I'm saying, and his wonderful enunciations at SAYQUAND on your social media platforms. I'm mostly on Instagram, sometimes on Twitter. I'm never on Facebook. Don't waste your time. You can also find me at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. I got all kinds of beats on there. Holla at your boy, you know what I'm saying? You like ESTG, I got that. I Swear Vezo, got that. You even like some Kendrick Lamar joints, I got some of those on there. I talked about Travis Scott and Don Toliver. Got some joints like that on there too. You know what I mean? If you like Summer Walker, you know what I'm saying? Tell them, you want to let them niggas know that you still over it? Holla at me, I got a few of them beats. You know what I mean? Just all kinds of versatile things. You know what I'm saying? If you in your essence bag, you know what I'm saying? You want to tell somebody they don't need no other body. You know what I mean? You feeling real shea butter baby and type shit. I got some of those things too. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Where can they find you at?
All my socials are the same. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk to a real one, talk to me, I talk back. At Not Bloodbath, you know, that's the IG, the Twitter, the TikTok, all of them. I do stuff sometimes. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the podcast.
I feel like you had a better a way to say that, but it just went blank. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I do stuff sometimes.
I do stuff sometimes. Check me out.
It's like one of them things where it's like it's incorrect, but it's like also correct at the same time.
It is what it is.
It's like an unknown.
Check out I got like 2 new gifts just dropped from that past Odd Friday battle.
Oh yeah, when you was bopping to that Baby Keem. That's why I didn't want to shit on him.
It's because I don't listen to Baby Keem like that, but songs with a lot of energy. It's hard to sit still to it. Yeah.
That's what he's really good at. He's really good at delivering energy.
Yeah.
Even when he's not saying shit, like he'll deliver the energy. That's why I said it's good that he has like bar by bar will make sense because you'll feel each bar and it'll make sense. Like it'll deliver the energy properly. Whereas like when I was getting the energy from Made in Tokyo, and then when I started listening, it took the energy away because I'm like I feel dumb for listening to the shit. You know what I'm saying? But at least like when Baby Keem is like saying simple shit like, "Oh, what's your favorite color? Oh, that's mine too. Just to get the pussy. I'ma lie to you." Like, it's enough of a complete thought that I'm like, that's wild. I fuck with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And the beat's gonna be fire every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If the beat live, you know, Lil Juke made it. I don't know why I was listening to Megan Thee Stallion today. You know what I'm saying?
She make good music.
She do make good music.
I understand.
Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. But yeah, we're gonna conclude this shit before I run on with more sentences.
Great. Well, this has been a great episode of Hold Down Podcast. I want to thank you for making it this far. If you're listening to us, thank you for listening to us every week. Go ahead and review us on whatever podcast platform you're listening to us on.
You know what I mean?
The whole 5 stars. Say nice things about us. If you're watching us, go ahead and like the video if you made it this far. It's like an attendance check if you think about it. It's like it's the roll call.
You know what I'm saying? Just go out there and say aquí. You feel me?
Sure.
Presente.
Yep. So go ahead, like the video, comment if you got some nice things to say.
Word.
Only if you have nice things to say.
Word, because I don't know if we big enough to take any hate comments.
I don't think we're really big enough people to start hating.
If it's only like bad shit, like niggas might start making that their own trend and be like, you know, we're just gonna comment just to say mean shit.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have a very bad pulse on how we are in the streets. Like niggas might actually love us, but all I see is like, wow, your mother should have swallowed you. I'm like, wait a minute, like this is not love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we thank everybody who made it this far on TV. We thank you to listen to us like week after week. But that's gonna do it. So make sure to tell a friend to tell a friend.
And tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
And remember, the South gonna hold it down.
Bing bong.